mathematicians, welcome back to another video. Before we can start with fraction addition, we have to talk about something that really deserves a dedicated video: expanding fractions. We are going to expand fractions today. And I just tell you something at the start. What we are going to get out of here, like those answers, are not going to be satisfying to you. I can tell you this much already. It's more about the background of how to expand fractions. Expanding fractions is basically just multiplying something really smart by a 1, because if you only have one apple, then you just have one apple. Okay, or if you have 3 apples, then you have 1 times 3 apples. So multiplying something by 1 really doesn't change anything. And this is what we are going to apply today. And this is going to make fraction addition so much easier if you understand what we are going to do today. And it really depends on your situation and the fractions you are going to add together later, how you have to expand those fractions. I can tell you what you need to choose for expanding the fractions right now, but it really depends on the situation that you are in. We are just going to dive right in, and maybe you can already see where this is going. Let us take a look at 3/4, 3/4. And like I said before, if you have 3/4 of an apple 1 times, then you have only 3/4 of an apple. Okay? So 1 times something is just a something in itself. And now we are going to make use of a representation of the number 1 that we have talked about before. Namely, a 1 is nothing but some a to the 0th power, a to the 0th power. For all a not equal to 0, this does hold. We have talked about this before. If you don't know what I'm talking about, link to the Exponentiation playlist will be down there at the top of the description. Really important stuff. Watch it, and once you're done with that, come back to this video. Okay? Then you're going to understand everything way better. Now, we also know, we have talked about this before, a to the 0th power is nothing but, well, let's say a to the 1 minus 1th power, because if you have 1 apple and I take it away from you, you're not going to have any apples. Alright, it just is what it is. Now we are going to make use of the exponentiation rule for same bases and different exponents, namely a to the 1 minus 1th power. This is basically in addition on the exponent here. It's nothing but a, I'm terribly sorry. It's nothing but a to the 1st power times a to the negative 1st power. And well, a to the 1st power, something to the 1st power, we had this in the video before, is just the something in itself, and a to the negative 1th power is nothing but 1 over a. We talked about this before in the last video. Meaning what we have here, this 1 is nothing but a times 1 over a, and we can rewrite this using fraction multiplication as a over a. Meaning a 1 is, for example, 3/3. If you have 3 pieces, out of 3 pieces, if you cut your apple pie into 3 pieces and you just let them rest on the table, this is just going to be 1 apple pie. 7/7 is just 1. 1,000/1,000 is just 1. 1,000,000,000 over 1,000,000,000 is just 1. And this is what we are going to apply here. And like I said before, it really depends on your situation. Your situation could request from you that you say a 1 is nothing but 2/2, for example. So this is 3/4 times 2/2. And then we are going to just use fraction multiplication, multiplying top and bottom together, putting the vinculum right through the middle. So this is 3 times 2 is going to give us 6/8. Then we are done. But the number 1 could also be, let's say, 3/4 times, I don't know, 17/17. It really depends on your situation. Then fraction multiplication. 3 times 17 is 51. Over 4 times 17 is just 51 plus 17 is going to give us 68. Just is what it is. Alright? So this is something that could possibly happen, that you need to expand a fraction by 17/17. But what those certain situations are, this is what you're going to see in the next video on fraction addition. Up until then, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and recommend channel. If you like, take a look at the main channel. If you know about someone who needs some help in math and you think they could benefit from those videos, maybe also tell your teacher and he can tell his students, then yeah, please do so. Please recommend the channel to everyone you know who needs some assistance in mathematics. And other than that, I thank you guys for watching and I'm wishing you a flammable day. Ciao.